Hello, I'm Andy Vandeven, editor of Academy Management Discoveries, and I'm delighted to engage in a discussion with our editorial team of associate editors. So to get started, what difference does AMD make to scholarship? I think this is an issue that many of us will address in different ways, but our intention is to make a difference in the way we think and understand phenomena that management community has to address. In other words, there are many issues that we do not understand well, but that we need to address because they are on the topics of organizations and management, and they continually confront us. So we're not so much focused on testing and verifying existing theories. We're much more at the level of identifying phenomena, problems, and issues that will make a difference in how we think about and how we study management topics in the future. What do you think?
Well, I do think that AMD is going to definitely contribute to bring the management academy, in the broad sense, to the business world. We are going to tackle relevant, important issues. At times we've been criticized as a community for lagging behind reality. I think this journal provides us an opportunity to go with reality along with it, and hopefully help practitioners as well.
I agree with Africa in terms of evidence-based management. I think this it's a wonderful opportunity to contribute there. I also believe we can make a difference in terms of scholarship and practice by helping to seed the Academy Management Journal, Academy Management Review. We can have projects that are based on hunch, observation, logic, that in some ways are pre-theoretical, not a-theoretical, but pre-theoretical. We can have those sorts of projects, and we can provide a preliminary step before a paper might make it to AMJ or AMR, and I believe we can make a difference and contribute that way as well.
Building on that point, I think all these other journals are always focusing on what's important and impactful. Sometimes we don't even know what's important and impactful because we're too busy working on testing theory. And when we look at phenomenon, sometimes we can discover things that are really important that we've never known were important before, which is another way in which we can be driving a lot of that research.
So what criteria might we use as we are assessing papers that are submitted? What do you think, Sue?
Yeah, I think if you can think about AMD in the shape of a triangle, with the apex being the interesting and important idea, what Chad Miller has talked about in the Venn diagram of interestingness and importance as the apex of your paper. But at the same time, it's being weighted by a very rigorous research design to support the new ideas that you have. And the kinds of data, primarily interesting, important, good data that can substantiate what you're trying to put out to the world. The imagery of this triangle is what AMD is trying to do.
I just want to add a word to that for people who might be doing qualitative research, because I think we have a special mission with regard to qualitative research as well. We're looking for ethnographies in the author's own voice. We're not looking for you to, again, be contortionists and twist and turn what you find out there to be able to say something about a particular theory or extend the theory. We'd like to have you tell us what you actually find. We'd like to see the interpretation of what you find in your own words. And if you want to throw in propositions, that's fine, but we're not going to force you to generalize your findings or interpret your findings in terms of any specific propositions. Your findings are important in and of themselves, and we hope to be able to express that in our journal.
I agree with Peter in terms of qualitative research. In many ways, AMD lends itself to qualitative research. Of course, we welcome both quantitative and qualitative. But in many ways, AMD lends itself to qualitative research. It lends itself to the process of digging into those pixels of a phenomenon or a set of phenomena and better understanding those pixels, setting the stage for yourself or others to come along and put together mechanisms and contextual features and whatnot. But here at AMD, really understanding those pixels, really understanding the phenomena, letting the phenomena or phenomenon stand alone, really, on their or its own 2 feet, I think will characterize some of our papers.
I think we are strive at being both open-minded and very rigorous. So whatever your methodological choice is, we will apply a high bar to assess your work, but we are open-minded to whatever your choice is.
I totally agree with your observations. And so in conclusion, I want to emphasize 2 points about the Academy of Management Discoveries. In addition to its search for understanding, describing, diagnosing important phenomena that we do not understand well, is 2 more points. Number 1, please submit your paper, for we are strategically driven to make sure that we reflect the author's voice in our papers. And to do that also is to say AMD will provide a special electronic opportunities. For once the text of your paper is accepted, then we will be inviting you as an author to bring us and show us the discovery you have in your paper through interviews, for podcasts, for videotaping of the particular locations of the issues, so that then your paper will have much greater impact because of its capability of communicating much further. And the second thing is we're going to be asking Academy of Management Discoveries to be much more user or reader driven. We're inviting the readers, all members of the Academy and anybody who reads, to participate in commenting on papers and indeed to even suggest the kinds of papers that they would like to read in the Academy of Management Discoveries. And indeed to engage in possible conversations and debates about issues that get published in the Academy. Thanks very much.